as he has been for all the majors in 1996. Manson blows time on. The international is underway. Fiji versus Australia. And the Newcastle boy brings it back, Harrigan. Now, Gary Larson. Enthusiastic defence led by Salou in the opening exchanges. Late tackle on Tuvey. I don't know that it was detected by a touch judge. Wayner from Andrew Johns for Jim Dimmick. Dimmick playing against the instructions of his home club doctor. Fittler now off the left foot. Beautifully taken by Aaron Avula. Villatala is the dummy half. He's with the ball now. Harrigan swamps him over the top. This is the lock forward, Navuni. And then back and away from Tanga for Arena Vula. Driven into the ground by Jim Dimmick. Comes up without the ball. Penalty goes to the Fijians on their own 40-metre line.
And some confidence in the Fijians play in the opening moments of this game. Some good defence. Vernavula was in good position to take the kick through from Brad Fittler. Now the first penalty taken into Australian half, or come off the side of the boot there. 45 out from their own line. In fact, it looks as though Aaron Abdullah might have moved into the centres, pushed Bawulu onto the wing.
And the big number 10 is Sakuru. Biggest player in the Fijian pack. And the number 11, Seiru, reaches the 40-metre line. Bullatala at acting half. The 8 is Salou. So
why is everyone trying to find you?
Find Fatty in your fountain and win an awesome Aussie adventure instantly. Plus, 1,000 red hot prize to be won.
Bullatala. Bowaloo. Badi Masenga. Nawai Kula, the cross kick. And Menzies runs it over the dead ball line. So the Australians will give the football back. The Fijians will have another set of 6 in attack.
And surprising here that Steve Menzies didn't try to get out of the in-goal area. Nobody on the left-hand side of the field for Fiji knew the kick was on. Menzies taking no chances at all. Australians get the football back from a short kickoff.
7 tries then for the Australians. They work it away from their own 20-metre zone. And David Fairley. Short pass picked off by Carroll. Tuvey. Muir pushing away. John back on the inside for his brother Matthew. Matthew almost reeling out of another tackle. Close to the halfway line. Andrew John. And then for Mark Coyne, who's away. Then sets up Wishart. The pass is forward. Manson calls it back.
I think they had the Fijians had Wishart covered anyway, as Coyne is reeling from a heavy knock. He beat one. He got a high tackle there, but the pass went forward. Steve Menzies is actually playing in the centres at the moment for Australia, with Brad Fittler playing in the lock forward position.
Taiwai coming off his right wing to take that first play. Halfway line. Nawai Kula. Sakuru. Denge. Smart kick across the top. Any chance of an attacking raid has been thwarted by an injured Tim Brasher.
Well, it was an awkward fall for Tim Brasher. He was tackled whilst in the air, hit the ground very heavily. Not a bad little kick. And he's come down on his ankle, it would seem.
Well, it looks like he's picked up a leg injury of some sort. Just falls fairly awkwardly at maybe the right ankle. Immediate concern for Tim Brasher as Jim Dimmick comes back into the fray. This is a Jeff Tuvey achieving a rest.
There's no fear shown there either by Noah Cooler.
Tim Brasher staying on the field. As they make another break, the Australians. Matthew Johns lining up Rod Wishart. He extends inside the 20-metre line and scores Australia's 8th try.
And one-on-one, Matthew Johns is just about going to beat any defender. He went into dummy half, had a look on the blind side and saw that there was a shortage of troops there for Fiji. And then beautiful footwork, straight through the centre. Comes to the last line of defence, fine pass to Rod Wishart. He scoots away.
Well, Fijians missed their 37th tackle, and Matthew Johns takes full advantage. A high shot in the end there by one of the Fijians. Won't even try and pronounce his name, but Wishart's away.
So the conversion successful in Australia, leading by 44-2 after 36 minutes. And some consultation there for Tim Brasher with the doctor, Nathan Gibbs. Nathan has been in that position now for a few seasons. Very good footballer, Nathan Gibbs, when he played with South Sydney. Does memory serve me correct? Did he play with Parramatta at one stage for a brief time?
He did indeed.
He was a very handy footballer, Nathan Gibbs.
Oh, he's a good hard-running second row. And
Missed tackles up against only one from the Australian team, and that's the reason we have this scoreline. Paul Vorton, plenty of effort from the Fijian side, but very poor execution.
no, Pete, they're very committed. They're trying their hearts out there tonight. Obviously, the class difference is evident in the scoreline. Australians playing good football. They've fallen into the trap lately of playing too much touch footy. I thought Bozo will fix it up at half-time, Pete.
Well, the great attraction with the Australian team is the options they have. If you're a winger inside, you know that you're going to get some opportunities. I know Brett Dallas is a favourite of yours, and he's been great tonight.
Well, especially early, he was involved in everything, and he came up with the first two of the first three tries. As soon as they spin it wide, any time Australia, there's always plenty of space out there. Here's the one of the occasions of that. Some good play from the Australians, lots of interchange of passing, and Brett Dallas gets an easy run to the line.
I guess the one thing that you don't want to be is hurt in these kind of matches. We've seen Timmy Brasher leave the field. He has scored a try, and surprisingly, he's yet to score for the Tigers this year. I think it's an amazing statistic, but after 15 minutes, he got one for his test side.
Yeah, exactly. He's a fantastic player. I think he's one of the best fullbacks I've ever seen. Timmy Brasher, both in defence and attack. Brad Fittler's had a great game. Andrew Johns as well. They've been two of Australia's best. And Timmy actually got in Brett Dallas's way there. Brett was looking at try number 3, and Timmy's come in and snaffled it.
Do you think the band can play any louder?
What?
Exactly. Brad Fittler leading the side, having a great game once again, and the big sidestep has been produced on numerous occasions, and generally the players have been left clutching at thin air.
Well, that's right. As I said in the call, though, he's beaten a lot better players than these ones, this great step that he's got. A nice ball from Dimmick. He's done some good things when he's been out there. That's a great step. We've been seeing that since he came into grade as a teenager in 1989. Brad Fittler, no better player in the game today than him.
And we've talked about the club football of David Fairley this year, the North Sydney back rower. It's been a long wait for him, but he's come off the bench tonight and played very, very strongly. And one of the great sights in rugby league to see the long stride of David Fairley streaking towards the try line.
It's good to see big, powerful forwards running to the try line, and David Fairley is exactly that. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of pace, and a lot of power. Muir did some good work here with he made the initial bust. And it's getting the cue time. David Fairley, he's a local boy. He's down at Gosford Way, only half an hour away. He loves coming up here to marathon and gets a try in the green and gold.
I wish I'd have given 78-point start.
Exactly. I mean, it could be anything. It might be 100, but that's okay. We've seen some good football out there from the Australians.
And a good crowd here enjoying the open attacking play. At 50-2 at the half-time break. Of course, the Commonwealth Bank Cup continues this weekend. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m, Beacon Hill High take on St Joseph's from Aberdeen. And from this game, we've chosen this as our Coca-Cola Junior Player of the Week.
Takes down with cap 15 out from the line, but another good quick play the ball. And Black across with Laird. He held that pass up beautifully, and Seeley has scored for Beacon Hill.
Well, and doesn't he deserve it too, Seeley? Love the way he just sprints onto the football, straightens up the attack all the time.
And more action there from the Marathon Stadium. And once again, we do thank Coca-Cola for their great support. Tomorrow, our cameras are off to the National Capital Bruce Stadium, the opening game of round 15. Canberra up against Cronulla at 4 p.m. And don't forget, on Sunday, the footy show, 12 noon. And our guest host, the injured Broncos international Wendell Sailor. He'll be joining Paul Vaughton. And on Monday night, we're off to Wendell Sailor territory up in Brisbane, the ANZ Stadium, where Brisbane take on Newcastle, both on 18 points, both looking to consolidate in the top 8. And next Friday night, off to Parramatta Stadium for round 16. The Tigers up against Canberra. A little bit later the time, 9 p.m, but please check your local guides. So plenty of great rugby league action coming up, as there is sport in general, and you'll see it all on Channel 9 this weekend.
Join us tomorrow on Wide World of Sports at the world's most dangerous motorcycle circuit with action from the Isle of Man Tourist Trophy. Golfing giants of yesteryear relive the great moments in British Open history. From Kuala Lumpur, the wickets tumble and there's runs galore in cricket's Super 8 series. And some Olympic favourites tune up their floor routines at the European Gymnastic Championships. We'll see how Michael Doohan broke his winning streak in the German 500cc Grand Prix. Catch a goal-kicking lesson from rugby league sharpshooter Jason Taylor. And hear from Bob Dwyer and Phil Kearns on the changing face of rugby. On Sports Sunday this week, Sports Dinosaur or Great Survivor. We catch up with Arthur Tunstall, bound for his 10th Olympic Games. Raise a sweat in the far north as triathlon ace Brad Bevan trains on home turf. And ride with champion jockey Darren Beedman, the man with family and God on his side. Tomorrow night, we bring you the British Formula One Grand Prix from Silverstone. Then from Kuala Lumpur, it's slam time in the Super 8s with semi-final action from cricket's newest tournament. All that and a whole lot more coming your way this weekend, right here on the one and only Wide World of Sports.
7:30 Monday.
This is a cop's gun.
Where'd you get this?
An old ghost comes back to haunt Frank.
Hey, I don't know anything about a dead cop, okay?
You imagine if you did have a brother and somebody killed him. How would that make you feel?
And suspicion.
We found your husband's body.
She went like this.
Builds to a climax that will shock the system.
You're prepared to let your son take the rap for this.
I can't just let this go.
In Australia's #1 action drama.
Marry me.
Water Rats, 7:30 Monday on 9.
The first years of buying a house can often be the most uncertain. But with a fixed-rate national tailored home loan package, you'll know exactly what to expect. For 1 year, 2 years, in fact, right up to 5 years, no matter how many other things change along the way. So for fixed rates that can help you own your home sooner, starting at a low 7.5% fixed for 1 year, talk to the National, tailoring banking to your needs.
Come and be surprised by the Hunter region of New South Wales. We'll do wonders for you. Discover the pleasures of our beautiful beaches and have fun on our waterways. Search out the life of our vineyards. Ride our hills and valleys. Share special moments with friends and make some new ones. The Hunter, just 2 hours from Sydney. Call your travel agent or 1320 77.
Chic FX Performer with its unique skin guard,
lubricating strip, and even greater flexibility. Gives our closest, most comfortable shave yet. The new Chic FX Performer, changing the face of shaving.
Australians have always known there's nothing tougher than hard yakka.
With tinea, there are two bugs that can aggravate the problem. But Dactarin, now in no mess non-greasy spray powder, gets both. So it really gives tinea a blast. Dactarin. No wonder it's our Olympic team's choice.
Because the Big Colour Pages lists all businesses, all in one compact volume, you'll never lose your other half. Next time, think big. It's quicker.
There's something in the air. A whole new era of competition. If you're a young couple or a young family, the best cover for your body is NIV Safeguard. Health cover to suit you for just $28 a week. NIV, we got the cover for you.
And welcome back to Time On for the second half. Australia on cue to rewrite the record books in many varieties as this international against Fiji goes into the second stanza. Sekuru bringing it away for the Fijians, trailing by 50 points to 2, and a penalty goes to the visitors against Gary Larson. 4 penalties to 1 against Australia. That kick is not going to find it. And here's Brett Dallas coming back. Scored 2 tries very early on. Jeff Tuvey now. Scurrying away from dummy half. Finds himself in open space. And then the Australians bomb a certain try. Fijians bringing it away then from their own 20-metre zone. Steve Roach, what did half-time tell us?
Well, Crusher was trying to be positive with his football team. He said that he was happy with their effort in the first half. They only scored 4 of their tries of being out of position. He just noted their one-on-one defences have got to improve. Slow the game down as much as you can. Go for touch. He did say when Australia score for one of his players to pick the ball up and try and kick it out of the ground, so that slows the game down.
Kanasu, his kick, covered by Tim Brasher. Brasher bringing it back to the fullback and beating him. Pulled down eventually by Walu. Fittler. And then Dimmock. Every time Jim Dimmock gets up after playing the ball or making a tackle, he takes a fairly long look down at that right knee. Australians making a few mistakes themselves now.
Sloppy played there by the Australians, and you can understand Parramatta's concerns with Jim Dimmock. And they'll be very keen to find out whether he's going to miss any football for the remainder of the season after the workload of the representative season. He's a great player. I think it's fairly obvious the esteem that I hold him in, potentially the best player in the game for mine. I'm sure that's how the people of Parramatta see him, and that's why he's such a valuable commodity.
blood bin stoppage. Dengay goes back on. Jeff Tuvey. I don't think he'd be that impressed with the tailor. Now they put it together. Nailona Lever. They're not going to touch him. Nailona Lever scores. The Fijians have scored. God bless them.
Oh, great try as well. It's split the Australian defence. It was a set move. And what about the speed of this man? Nobody from the Australian team is making up any ground. A backline shot that, if Freeze play there, you can see that it's a staggered line. With Rod Wishart back here, Mark Coyne up there, and it's just straight running, as we've seen Brad Fittler do in this match. That's taken him straight through. You see the speedsters on the far side, Brett Dallas, Terry Hill, Steve Menzies. They can't catch him. Mark Coyne didn't make up much ground. Great try.
I'll tell you what, once he got into the gap, this bloke, this crocodile, there was, I don't know how many people here, they were all willing him and cheering him to get there, get over that line for the try for the Fijians. It's like a stride through, and they just can't get him. Well done. And the bench went up. Crusher and Les Cleal, they were hugging, and it was an awesome sight. Crusher saying, we can win this.
And he'll be taking all the credit for the planned move in the backline shot as well. Saw a weakness in between Brad Fittler and Mark Coyne, I did at half-time. Big Crusher.
It's amazing, isn't it? You say to yourself, if they do score a try, I hope it's not number 16.
Well, I've got no idea what it says, that name up there.
Take us through it, lads. Alana Lever.
The Tonga from right in front will almost certainly add another 2 points. Does that the crowd? Might have switched camps here, I think, this crowd. 50 points to 8. Here he is again, Nailona Lever.
And we talked about David Fairley, a sight in full stride. So to the bench player from Fiji. There's Mark Coyne. He was the player that the try scorer slipped between. He had to turn and chase and couldn't come up with the try-saving tackle. As Salu takes the ball 19 out from his own line from the restart. I think this man's been Fijians'
back down on the
best player, Ray. Sorry, Dengay. I think he's had a pretty good game.
Yeah. 30-metre line. Big charge by Sayru. Jerry Hill wrapping him up. Kick finding the touchline. Just inside the Australian 20. Crowd figure is very good, 19,244. There's that kick finding the line. Yeah, 19,244. Might even suggest that that has broken the expectations of promoters.
Well, I was talking to a few of them before the game, Ray, and they were happy with a 15,000 crowd. So to get another 4,000 on top of that. And this is an opportunity for the public in Newcastle to come out and see the Australian Test side, which is not an opportunity that arises that often.
Rasher into the back line, and then Mark Coyne taking the tackle. Rasher saying something to the touch judge. Gary Larson, 48 metres away from the Australian line. Carroll giving it on for Dimmick. Dimmick bombarded by the defence of the number 10, Sekuru Tuvi. Carroll chimes in again. Second handle in this set of 6. Fifth tackle gone. And now Johns. Fittler. Brasher cut out. Coyne. And now Wishart is able to get a kick in. And the Fijians are the ones that put it over the touch-in goal off the hands of Tonga. Line drop out. We'll see the Australians come back with it.
And I don't think you've ever seen a more awkward tackle than that one attempted by Ka Taiwai.
What is that?
It was Bruce Lee's on the field. It was a kung fu kick.
Right, it didn't connect.
Hiya!
He's multi-lingual, isn't he, Paul?
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been the 8 minutes of the second half. It's been Fijians, the best 8 minutes they've played. Their defence has actually picked up a bit. They're not missing as many tackles. And, they've shown some enterprise in attack.
Richard. 25 metres out from the try line. The Australians looking for their 10th try. Dimmick takes it to ground. The Australians to the right are very deep. Johns across for Brad Fittler to come back in. And now it sweeps back to the left of the park. Coyne pulled down originally by Bata Basanga. Tuvi. Now Harrigan. He's over. Did he lose it? Referee says try. No, the Chief gets a try in front of his home crowd. 54-8.
And Jeff Tuvey proving a real thorn from dummy half once again. Yet the scorer trying to test himself. Looked like this might have been the one. And then the little offload for the big Chief. He reaches out. That's the ball under the goalpost, and the crowd did erupt.
He hasn't run that much from dummy half tonight, Jeff Tuvey. When he has, he's always created some havoc. And it's a good plunge here by the Chief.
Gets the extra 2 points, and Australia lead by 56-8 now. 50 minutes gone.
On a current affair, the dirty little drug secret of the Olympic Committee. A hushed-up report of those Chinese swimmers.
The gold medal is what counts.
Shows we weren't told the truth about illegal drugs.
More than all the rest of the world combined in the history of swimming.
Or the tricks the Chinese play to avoid detection.
Switch people.
And it's our champions who stand to lose the most.
They're cheating. They're lying to you.
Plus beating salespeople at their own game.
The whole thing should be a game.
You can save a bundle buying or selling.
Many thousands.
Next week on A Current Affair.
How come you do me like you do? So how come you do me like you do? How come you do me like you do?
We'll do wonders for you. Let Lake Macquarie do wonders for you with a family break at Rafferty's Resort from just $74 a night, and the kids stay free. Phone 1-800-811-712 or see a travel agent.
Walk in the footsteps of champions at the Sydney International Aquatic Centre with heated pools, river rides, fountains, water slide and fun for all the family, from aquarobics to laps and lessons. The centre also has a fully equipped gym, aerobics, spa and sauna, plus an indoor restaurant and childminding. You can even tour behind the scenes of this world-class venue. The Sydney International Aquatic Centre for champions of the future and families of today.
Authentic Cougar Bourbon Whiskey.
The sky's the limit with a battery that lasts. But a dead battery means a dead end. Which is why you should reach for Duracell. The one that lasts up to 4 times longer than an ordinary battery. Look for the leader. Duracell, the battery that lasts up to 4 times longer.
Shik-FX Performer with its unique skin guard, lubricating strip, and even greater flexibility. Gives our closest, most comfortable shave yet. The new Shik-FX Performer, changing the face of shaving.
Dan Aykroyd stars as the egghead from outer space. Conehead, Sunday on 9.
Half an hour of the match left, and 48 points the margin. Fijian scoring a try in the early minutes of the second half, and I don't think there's been a louder roar at Marathon Stadium ever. Australia, though, quick to retaliate, and here they are again with Fittler combining with Brasher and Hill down the right of the ground. Dallas was on his inside. Dallas. Long pass to Johns, and look at those two passes from Fittler and Johns. Mark Twain tries to step through the traffic. Wishart. Larson. Gary Larson, 5 tackles gone, 15 metres away from the line. Johns, another long ball, finding his brother Matthew. Floating pass, Hill, Dallas. Dallas gets third try of the night. There's the treble for the red-headed Queenslander. North Sydney winger Brett Dallas scores his third try of the night.
And he's odds on to get another one or two before this game is over. Long passing again. Where he's playing now, you'll see here the Fijian player goes for the intercept. He realises that there's only 2 of them out there against 3. And you'll have a look at Denge, puts the big mid up, can't take it. Well controlled there by Terry Hill and Brett Dallas. Very simple job to run around to take the ball under the post for try number 3.
And once again, it comes back to those long inside balls that some of these players have the ability to throw. And John's boys in particular. All right, wouldn't it?
Conversion from Andrew John successful. And 62 points to 8. He's reeling out. He's having a great time out there tonight. Prince Andrew, as they call him up here. And as Peter Sterling pointed out, it's a sign of the greatness that this boy has, Andrew Johns. You've got to have this passion for the game to, I guess, scale the heights that we expect from Andrew Johns.
Well, they talk about him and Matthew coming back from training sessions, crossing the road, throwing the football between the cars. So I guess, if anything, that's going to improve your footwork.
Yeah, you make the point, and you make it well, as Wonga Songa gets us underway again. Mark Carroll, almost out to the 30-metre line. Tuvey using Harrigan. They've got a big match on Monday night. The Novocastrians. The ball has gone forward, and the Fijians had a chance. Newcastle and Brisbane at ANZ is Monday Night Football. Salu. Sakuru got the big hand free. Got a pass off. Played there by Denge, and they come down the blind side. Couple of metres out from the line. And again they come down on the right side, the short side. Salu. Bulatawa. And that will be the turnover. David Fairley. Now the Australians breaching the 30-metre line with Adam Muir. Tuvi. Carroll. Cuts out Billy Moore. Terry Hill down the right side. Moore backs up. Dallas is looking for number 4, but he's been called back.
There's a good pass from Mark Carroll, which set the Australians alight down that right-hand flank. That's a nice ball. Fiji defence not reading it. And this pass here reeled him forward. That looked okay to me.
Working it away from their 20-metre zone. That's the 30-metre line just behind them now. The big second rower, is it? Dengay. 62 points to 8 there. Sakuru. Ulatala. Tanga. Salou, the kick, turning Dallas around. Away from Bawala, away from Wangasanga, and then brought down eventually by Bulatala. What are you laughing at?
He's gone from Wangasanga to Wangasanga.
So the next one will be Wangasanga.
I can't believe that you fellows would have picked that up.
Come on, Revs. Pick up your game here. Quick tap taken by Matthew Johns. He sees numbers to the right-hand side. Andrew Johns draws. So too Terry Hill. Timmy Grasher. Brett Dallas must be getting tired.
Now Adam Muir and then Andrew Johns, and he's off for another try. Andrew scores wide out.
And it is Johns' magic. Quick tap taken by Matthew Johns. Caught the Fijian defence. Off guard. Terry Hill, beautiful pass this one. Catch and pass in the one motion. Tim Brasher out on the wing. Brett Dallas back in his position. And then the little offload there, back to Andrew Johns. His support play has been first class all night.
Yeah, Johns' magic is what it's all about tonight. The Newcastle boys are combining well. Muir to Johns. To keep a tally on his points, he might be looking at breaking a few records later in the match.
With 26 points so far, 4 more will equal the world record. And that's already held by Andrew Johns against South Africa in 95, and Michael O'Connor, Papua New Guinea in 88.
Well, here comes another 2, it would seem. Lovely kick. 68 points to 8. And still 22 minutes to go. Andrew Johns 2 points short of equaling the all-time record of individual points in a test match.
Well, his next successful kick will also equal the world record for the number of goals in the test. That will be 11. As he plants the ball down, and then with consummate ease from wide out, just hoaxes the ball through the middle of the post.
The good thing about it is he won't care. He'll just say, well, just doing my job, enjoying myself.
Fittler rifling it across to Matthew Johns, and Matthew loses it out the back, and the Fijians come up with it. Kataiwa, the other winger, across a dummy half for him. Aaron Avula. Sakuru. Dengay angling back into where the ball was played, and Sekuru got a pass off for the lock forward Navuni. This is Nawakula, 32 metres out from the Australian line. Salou. Tonga. Check and chase, a slight interruption. Oh, they've got it back. This bloke was onside, I think. Try to the Fijians.
I think you'll find it's the centre. Sanga.
He can take even money. 68-12. Little kick through by Tonga. Just watch the big fellow. Yeah, he was onside, okay. Surprising Paul hasn't called his name as yet.
Oh, the little kick came to fruition. Nice little kick too, well placed. Just enough height to cause some dramas for Tim Brasher. And Sangawonga gets it.
No, it's
not Sangawonga.
I'm throwing you the dummy.
One of your best.
Ganassi. Some of Tonga's kicks have been quite good, put some pressure on. Mate, the three look like a one, and vice versa.
Well, Kamasu gets the second Fijian try. Now the conversion for Tonga.
From ZZ Top.
Les Cleal down there on the benches. It once had a horse, a little pony up at Warrielda, I think it was, called Blossom. Imagine him riding a horse called Blossom.
Yeah, it started out as a big horse, finished as a little one.
That's right. That's right. Its legs got progressively shorter. News on Saru. He's the Fijian taken a nasty injury, an ear injury, Steve Roach, 68-14.
Yes, Ray, he's had his ear ripped off. Bad luck for that player. You don't like to see that happen to anyone. They're just about to sew it back on now.
Oh, my goodness.
Manson is warning the Fijians. They're coming over the top a couple of times with karate chops, and he's not liking that at all. A few of the Australians blowing up.
Dengay comes back just beyond the 20-metre line.
Hey, Block, I reckon you just easily slip on a white jumper, you know, and get a run.
Now Billy Moore. Andrew Johns put down 10 metres out from the line. David Finn, Menzies, Brasher, then Coyne. Andrew Johns is calling for it. And then this long, long pass. Finding his brother in the centre of the park. Brad Fittler. Jerry Hill, 15 metres out from the line. Fittler staying at dummy half. And then Adam Muir. Knock on, we'll see the scrum pack. Referee just waiting for Dengay to arrive at the scrum, or was it something else delaying the scrum? $68-14. Just under 16 minutes left on the clock. Australia's handling errors getting up to a fairly high proportion, but I guess that wouldn't be too great a worry for Coach Bob Fulton. It's that kind of a match when they're taking plenty of chances, a lot of adventure. Nawaikula. 18-12, the second half score. Bit of respectability put into the game by the Fijians in the second half anyway. Tim Brasher slicing through. Dengay made the original tackle. Now Vuni cleaned it up. Fittler goes across for Menzies. Menzies. down to the 20-metre line, and then two of the Fijians managed to pull him down. The Australians off to the left. And Fittler for Andrew Johns. Andrew stands. That ball came off the Fijians. So it'll be a scrum. And the Australians should have the loose head and feed.
Bit of sloppy play here from the Australians, but it's knocked down. It'll be a scrum feed to the boys in green and gold. With their snorkel on him.
Fittler straight across for Terry Hill. And Hill able to stand and get it away for Dallas. He gets his fourth try. Brett Dallas gets number 4.
And takes the Kangaroos into the 70s. Very strong work from Terry Hill. Confronted by two Fijian defenders, but was able to stay alive, keep the arms free, up high. Waiting for Brett Dallas to arrive. Good work there. The fullback coming across. He only needs half an inch this time.
Yeah, it's great work by Terry Hill. Drawing a couple. Fiji defender just decided to come in the end. Bawaloo. Easy pickings for BD tonight.
Well, that try by Brett Dallas equals the most number of tries scored in a test for Australians. Dale Shearer, Michael O'Connor, John Rebo. Now Johns to equal this record. He's done it. That brings up 30 points in the game for him. So that also equals the most number of points scored in a test match by himself and Michael O'Connor. It also equals the most number of goals in a test match, which was held jointly by Andrew Rod Wishart and the Kiwi Des White. 74-14 now. 70 points, or 60 points the margin as we break at the 67.
This is your life.
8:30 Tuesday, 9 pays tribute to some of Australia's biggest showbiz stars.
Stuart Wentworth, Fort Newton, Tony Lamond, Johnny Young, Rod Taylor. This is your life.
An emotional look back at our greatest entertainers.
I love showbiz.
As their lives were told on national television.
This is the greatest surprise of all.
A 1-hour premiere special.
I want to give you a big and warm kiss from my bottom of the heart.
This is your life, Showbiz Greats, 8:30 Tuesday.
How come you do me like you do? So how come you do me like you do? How come you do me like you do?
Let Lake Macquarie do wonders for you with a family break at Rapides Resort from just $74 a night and the kids stay free. Phone 1-800-811-712 or see your travel agent.
Over the break, we'll have speed cameras across the state in an effort to get holiday drivers to slow down. Because our fear is that if we don't take your photo before speed gets you in trouble, we'll have to after.
There are two sides to a sprinter. The side that wants to crush his opponents and leave them blue and lifeless by the side of the track. And the other, darker side.
It's a new way of getting a home loan. It's a major bank, but it doesn't have any branches. It's a range of home loan options like you've never seen before, starting at one of the lowest rates around. It's only available over the phone. Our mobile managers come to you. It's ANZ Direct. And it's turning banking upside down. Call 131409.
To celebrate Nissan's 30th anniversary in Australia,
Nissan dealers aren't just tearing $500 off Micro. They're not tearing $1,000 off or $1,500. They're tearing over $2,000 off Micro, which means you'll pay a low $14,990 drive away for the LX3 door and a tiny $15,790 drive away for the SLX 5 door. So to save over $2,000, tear into your nearest Nissan dealer.
Is your car cut out to carry your family safely? In this month's Open Road, NRMA helps you choose a safe family car.
There's something in the air. A whole new era of competition.
Aaron Avula takes us into the next session and pressure. Then it's Andrew Johns again, but it's been called back.
Well, Andrew Johns is looking at breaking the record right there as the brash man made the break straight through them. Lovely footwork, the acceleration through the gap, and this pass forward.
How good is this Michael Merle statistician? He's just told me that this is the highest amount of points in a test match scored by Australia, surpassing the 70 they scored against Papua New Guinea. That's points scored in a test in Australia. The man's a machine. I'm glad he's here tonight.
Kanasu cleaning it up. To Taiwan. This is Manasa Waikula, the brother of Peter, who plays in 14. Salu. Wish you'd stop smiling, fat man. Kanasu again. You're enjoying this. You are enjoying this. Listening to me try to get my tongue around it. Chance again. Back in the end goal by Brasher.
Hang on, drama. David Manson rushes in. They had 4 goes at stopping Tim Brasher. And you can see David Manson telling them to keep their hands out of the Australians' faces. Right in the face there.
Back on the 30-metre line. Lock forward now, Booney. Dengay. Picks the football up like a bird's egg. Changa. Good pass across the face there to one of the try scorers, Nailana Lever. So there's a pass with the difference. I thought he was playing bocce.
He actually did pretty well, Tangard. He went to sleep, no dummy half. He's knocked it across to Awalu. Came up with the knock on. Bocce.
David Manson has finally given a penalty to the Australians. And that penalty count is starting to come back more level as the match progresses.
Blocker there obviously hasn't been a bad player for the Australian side, but anybody particularly impressed?
Andrew Johns, I think Brett Dallas, his finishing has been outstanding tonight. I think they've all played well. It's a good football side, Peter. I wouldn't mind them playing against any Australian side.
Mark Twain. Richard. Menzies. I tell you what, Manson's called a couple of forward passes that are absolutely right on the line.
Some crook calls tonight, the Australians.
It's like playing tennis against you, Rabs. Anything close is out.
How long since you played tennis, Rabs? That groin, how is that groin these days?
Fiji there. Having run the scrum, have lost a mile of ground. The ensuing passing, and then eventually forced back by Terry Hill in the defence. This is Andrew Blake. Navakula. Sakuru.
Hasn't had many breaks, the big man, Sakuru. Probably the biggest man on the field. He's had a lot of game time from Noel Creel, and he's kept coming as well.
Knock on there by, what is it, Paul? Wangasanga or Wangasonga?
Let's tell them the story.
Australians then, straight onto the attack. Fittler puts the kick through. The chase is on. There's a chance here. Terry Hill puts it down, but the referee
offside
has ruled him offside. Terry in front of the kicker.
I think this is a pretty fair call too from David Meeks on this occasion. As they went wide, a quick turnover goes to Fittler and Terry. I think this is just half a step in front of him.
I think he's offside.
Yeah.
Number 14 there. Unlike Cooler trying to take Terry Hill out before he could get anywhere near the football. Not long left in this game, and I guess the big surprise is a strong hit there from Mark Carroll. Not many people would have expected this Fijian side to score 14 points against the Kangaroos. And I guess if you were giving the 78, which came in from 93-point start, then but you're going to do your money in this game as well.
Yeah, Pete, this particular game has been criticised, been lambasted in certain sections of the media, but I think it's been a good public relations exercise. The 19,000 people, there's a half a stink on there, have turned up, they've enjoyed themselves. The Australians have done themselves proud, and so have the Fijians and the people like Noel Creel and Bob Abbott who put it all together. There's been no harm done.
And it is a similar scoreline, as we pointed out, to the Papua New Guinean game a couple of years ago, and they are now a force in World Rugby League.
While all that was going on, Tim Brasher again putting his body on the line. Beautiful stuff by Brasher. Andrew Johns playing it back for Jeff Tuvey. They've become the perfect combination, haven't they? Steve Roach was talking about this team against any other Australian team. Of course, there would be a little bit of duplicity there, but and very much on the hypothetical, but my goodness, they have started to get some lovely combinations going this side. And I wonder, has anybody been as consistently good as Tim Brasher since this team has come together, and include in that the rep seasons, the last 2 rep seasons. Toe down the ground for Brasher to go back. And here he goes again. Terry Hill is on his way one more time. This time they're not calling him back. Terry Hill a try.
Well, if anything, there had to be a doubt on the last pass thrown by Tim Brasher. Ray was just rapping him for his performances in the last year and a half, and he has been absolutely outstanding. Keeping the ball alive, the Australians. Mistake made there. It's towed through by the 5'8", Radi Basanga, and Tim Brasher picks up, heads back, throws the pass, and I think it's forward.
Well, it's the first line ball decision that's gone the Australians' way.
They've had something go their way at long last.
And this is the kick for the record. most amount of points.
Andrew Johns, and he's just missed it. So we're down to the 77th minute, and Andrew has a chance of wiping a couple of very famous names off the record sheets if he can get some more points.
It's no fluke that Tim Brasher is generally in the right place at the right time. His positional play at fullback is absolutely outstanding. He gets to the ball quickly, and I think it's very rare when you see a kick in any game that he is competing in bounce more than once before he retrieves.
Tunga's restart. Finding touch. 25 metres away from the Australian line. Probably the last segment of play.
And the Australians will throw everything here. I don't know if they're aware that Andrew Johns is on the verge of breaking the record, but they have fanned right across the field. Rod Wishart 8 metres in on the far side, and they're looking to get the football to him as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, it comes along the ground.
Rod Wishart then able to get over the 20-metre line, but picked up from behind by Aaron Avula. Gary Larson inside the last 2 minutes of the game now. Fittler. And then Harrigan spinning away from a tackle that fell off. Out the back for Tuvey, and then Fittler to combine with Dimmick. Dimmick is held on the 40-metre line.
Well, I've got big numbers to the left and up against the front rower in the centres.
Fittler finding Andrew Johns, and then, Mark Coyne. Hit hard by Walu. Brasher. Fittler finding Menzies. Menzies will provide Andrew Johns with a golden opportunity to rewrite the record books. Menzies has just scored his second try. 82 points to 14. And Johns will take the kick.
And what a beautiful
right
mover.
In front.
Steve Menzies swivels the hips, beats 2 and 3. Again, Andrew Johns, the closest player in support. And the countdown begins as Andrew Johns breaks the record.
32 personal points. And Andrew Johns, his name now stands alone as having scored the most points in a Test international. 15 tries and 12 from 15 goals. And let's not forget the Fijians scored 2 tries in this international at Newcastle's Marathon Stadium.